We've got Manish Hirapara from PeakActivity. He is the CEO at PeakActivity. Do you want to just tell us really briefly what PeakActivity does?
Absolutely. So PeakActivity is a partner to many brands, really working on two areas: growth in e-commerce and better technology outcomes and innovative technology experiences.
We're here to talk about composable commerce. I'll ask you some questions about that, but I'm actually really curious about your background in e-commerce and what the world would have looked like for you prior to coming to PeakActivity if composable commerce were around. So I'm going to plant that seed real quick and back up for a second and just ask you from your point of view. And I get a lot of definitions on this, but from your point of view, what is the difference between commerce and composable commerce as the term that the market's using today?
I look at it very simplistically, and I like to use real world analogies for a lot of people. Commerce to me is when you go to a restaurant and the dish is already prepared. You take the dish as it comes, the chef's prepared it. Composable commerce is more like when you go to a restaurant like a Cava, where the ingredients are in front of you, you choose your bowl, you choose your base, you choose your ingredients, and now you have something that is custom to you, but still the ingredients were pre-prepped and made the way that the restaurant makes them. So it's really more selection, more control for you, a little bit more finer grain control. If you don't like rice, you don't have to have rice. Whereas when you order the dish just off the menu, you get it as it comes. To me, I like to use those real world analogies and say, composable commerce just gives you a little bit more control, but it's still a great commerce experience overall.
So would you say it's about choice?
It is absolutely about choice. It's about choice. It's about freedom. It's about avoiding really highly leveraged lock-in as much as possible.
So I guess and maybe that'll answer this question, and I don't even need to ask it. But the thing that keeps floating around in my head is that the concept of composable commerce the concept of composable to commerce is newer, right? I guess, but the concept of composable architecture, that's like not new. So why are we sitting here in 2022 when choice and kind of rules everything that happens in the market from the consumer to what you and I do? Why is this just now becoming a thing?
I'd like to say it's not just becoming a thing. I think it's becoming a thing again. I think what's old is new again. And if you allow me, I'll tell you my journey in e-commerce from 20 plus years ago.
Yeah.
Before all the Hybrises of the world, the Kibos of the world, and the Salesforces of the world existed, you had to do composable commerce. You had to kind of roll your own. And I started my career as a software engineer writing large scale e-commerce systems because there was no one-stop shop. There was no regular commerce solution. And I think what's happened is you had in around 2008, 2009, e-commerce really grew significantly and software companies realized there was an opportunity to create platforms. However, what happened probably about 5 or 6 years ago was that cloud really started taking hold, and you had really fast moving innovative vendors who were kind of getting rooted out, I guess I'd say. And you weren't able to say, well, I have my commerce platform, but I've heard about this incredible technology that's coming along. I want to use it. And so what Composable really has done is opened up the old school architecture, which is, as you said, not new, and saying, I have the freedom of choice now. I can use a great base. I can use a great AI-based technology that I found of a fast-moving startup, and then I can run experiments more than I need to be just one-stop shop, monolithic, and really kind of all in one.